Okay, that's what I got. I got meeting minutes and.
Yeah.
Right?
Recording has started. The meeting can be.
We are alive.
Yes, okay. Good morning and welcome to the September meeting of the Finance Committee. First, tomorrow is obviously another anniversary day, the terrible events of 9/11. So, we remember that. We're not far from there. First up, though, I have to appoint someone to finance to have a quorum, and thus I have appointed our esteemed chair, Lisa Gomez, who has accepted the appointment, which we thank her for. Anyway, we only have one matter on the agenda, but first up is the adoption of the meeting minutes from the July meeting of finance, since we didn't have anything in August. So
I move adoption.
thank you very much. Second, Lisa, thank you. No opposition, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Recusing themselves, so that motion passes. We have one matter on, it's a pit sales tax for the small one, right? Oh, sure. And Matt's gonna be presenting. Please take it away, Matt. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning, everyone. So the Finance Committee is being asked to recommend to the board the authorization for the issuance of multiple series of tax exempt and or taxable fixed and or variable rate bonds issued at one or more times in an amount not to exceed $2.5 billion. The state would like the flexibility to issue the proposed bonds under either the personal income tax revenue bond program and or the sales tax revenue bond program. The authorization is for new money and refunding purposes, and with regard to the new money portion, the proceeds of the bonds may be used for any authorized purpose. However, the programs or projects expected to be financed by the bonds are for the following: the City University of New York, or CUNY, the Division of Military and Naval Affairs, economic development projects and or grants, environmental initiatives, housing capital programs, the New York Power Authority, the Office of Children and Family Services, the Office of General Services, state and municipal facilities or SAM grants, statewide equipment, SUNY 2020 challenge grants, and transportation infrastructure initiatives. In addition to the new money portion, this authorization also looks to cover the refunding of certain bonds issued under various state-supported debt programs. I want to touch on security, and for the personal income tax revenue bond program, the security includes 50% of the receipts from the New York State personal income tax, 50% of the employer compensation expense program, and 50% of the receipts from the pass-through entity tax, which are deposited into the revenue bond tax fund. On the sales tax program side, for the sales tax revenue bond program, the security includes a set aside of 2 cents of the state's 4% sales tax, which is deposited into the sales tax revenue bond tax fund. And just to touch on both the coverage ratios and the ratings for the most recent fiscal year ending March 31st, 2025, the debt service coverage on all outstanding state personal income tax revenue bonds was 10 times total debt service, and the debt service coverage on all outstanding state sales tax revenue bonds was 7.1 times total service. And finally, the expected ratings for either program are AAA, AA1, AA+, and AA+. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Questions?
Yes, I don't think it's a silly question, but it may well be. What assurances do we have that the military portion of the apportionment remains a New York State matter and does not go outside of New York State?
Like to Alabama or someplace like
Yeah, well, okay, I'll accept. Anywhere.
Okay.
How about Massachusetts?
Well, the Division of Military and Naval Affairs, these are projects for the New York Army National Guard, the New York Air National Guard, and the Naval Militia, which are all components of the state of New York, and these are reimbursed projects. So these are all New York.
So Matt, you're comfortable that this apportionment is limited to activities in New York State?
That's correct.
Okay, cool.
And the state still has a lot of capacity to issue debt, right? well within.
That's true with 10 times coverage on PIT and 7.1 on sales tax. Yeah, the state has, robust coverage.
Well, for me, that wasn't the issue. The issue is whether we are assured that the money that is apportioned to the military matters in the state remains in the state, that it does not exceed, that it doesn't go outside of the state affairs.
That's correct, Al. It would be for New York State projects, specifically
Terrific.
the New York National Guard.
Terrific. That's all I needed to hear. Thanks, Matt.
And I think recently the controller said, even though we long-term has certain questions, but in regard to sales tax income and personal income tax, it's still sort of robust. Yes. And we still have our AAA ratings. Our ratings are still good. So unless anyone has any other questions, any other board members who are present have any questions, hearing none, I'll ask for a motion to recommend approval at today's board meeting. Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Al, for the second. All in favor, aye, aye. Nobody
Aye.
recuse themselves or objects. That motion carries. And unless anyone has any other questions or concerns for finance, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn. Thank you, Madam Chair, for making that motion.
Second.
Al, thank you for seconding it. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
That motion carries. And that concludes finance for September. And we'll see you all back in October. See you later. No.
Hey, Sarah, let us know when we are out and back.
Okay, just stop